Hi, I'm so happy you're here. And congratulations, because if you're watching this, you have put yourself in a position to win. This workshop today is going to be packed with tips to help you establish credibility as a new sleep consultant, and I promise you, I'm going to give it my all. Now, the question is, why should you listen to me? Well, first of all, I've been there. After weeks of studying, finally being certified, and then sitting and thinking, okay, but now what? Where do I start? The one benefit I had, which you probably don't have, is that I was already running multiple businesses, which gave me a head start. I knew where to put my time and attention so that I could make the biggest impact with the least amount of money. So, what I do today? I help newly certified sleep consultants build an unstoppable brand and fully operational business so they can focus on what matters most, helping families and making money. Now, if you want to succeed, as a sleep consultant, you need to know how to earn trust. Trust is a currency that can make or break your business success. The funny thing is, trust doesn't come from what we say, trust comes from what we show. Now, let's take an example. If I would tell you that I'm the best graphic designer for sleep consultants, what would that trigger in you? Maybe something like, oh my gosh, she is arrogant, or who is she anyway? But if I show you that I'm the best graphic designer for sleep consultants by sharing testimonials, showcasing my portfolio, showing up professionally, what would that trigger in you? Probably something like, I might need her service one day. Or she actually understands what it's like to start a sleep consulting business. Or, whoa, these tips that she's sharing, they're so valuable to improve my sleep consulting business. Maybe she can help with this other problem that I have. 93% of your business is a frequency. It's not about what you say, but what you show. And that's why the steps I'm going to share with you today are so super important. Because you want parents to look at you as a reliable source, right? And somebody where they can rely on, but they can also count on. And you want them to trust you, do business with you, and feel aligned with your philosophy. But how do you do that? Especially when you're just getting started. Let's dive in. The 5 powerful ways to establish credibility as a new sleep consultant. And the first one is give value first. Giving value first has become more critical than ever to improve sales and marketing results. A big reason for this is that it creates trust with people you have just met, but it also creates trust with people who you've not yet met. Have you ever been offered a cookie in a supermarket? Or has anybody ever, for a gym membership, for example, that they gave you a 2 week free trial? All that free stuff, we don't get it for nothing. Those big companies have been doing this since decades. Sign up 1 week for free here, try this drink for free there, try this membership 1 month for free. They know that in order to build stronger relationships with clients, you must prioritize adding value to their lives first, rather than just trying to sell them your services. Now, you can give value in the form of an ebook, a guide, or even in one on one messages. You get the idea. There's just one thing that I see go wrong time after time again. Many people offer incomplete value, and that is hurting your business a lot. Let me give you an example. Imagine there's a mom with a 10-month-old daughter, and the baby doesn't nap well. Who do you think she would rather work with? So, Sleep Consultant 1 shares a post about the best bedtime schedule for a 10-month-old. So, this mom is trying it. And when her daughter skips the first nap, the whole schedule is off. And not only does she feel like a failure, she thinks this sleep consultant has no expertise because it doesn't work. Sleep Consultant 2 shared an ebook with tips on how to create a flexible schedule around wake windows, how to deal with short naps, create a solid nap routine, explain all the possibilities that might be challenging. The mom put all tips into practice, and even though the last nap is still messy, she was able to get her daughter to nap longer than 30 minutes. So that was a huge win. Who do you think this mom will be going to for some more advice? Who do you think she trusts to be able to handle her problem? People buy on the prediction of future value. And that's what you can create by giving value first. Let's take another example. A story about chicken tacos. Bear with me, it will make sense in a bit. So, you want to eat tacos, and you come across a website with this delicious picture. And underneath this picture, there is a button to download the recipe. How would you feel if you download a recipe for preparing chicken tacos? So you gave your email address in exchange, and then you open the document and you find out that they only included the list of ingredients, but the actual step by step directions are missing. Then the next day, you receive an email asking if you prepped the tacos already. A day later, they inquire about how the dish tasted. You get the idea. You've become part of an email sequence where someone is trying to sell you something without delivering the promised value from the initial download. You might be so frustrated that you not only unsubscribe, but also remove them from your Instagram account. I'm speaking from experience. My point is, don't do to others what you wouldn't like yourself. In other words, if you give free value, don't offer incomplete solutions. Instead, provide such a comprehensive solution that people want to stay connected for more free resources. Yes, free stuff. That's how trust is built. And then, when they are ready for the real work, you'll be the one they think of. Okay, let's move on to step two, build social proof. So, the principle or the definition of social proof is the greater the number of people who find any idea correct, the more the idea will be correct. So, in other words, if you say how good you are, we call this marketing. If your clients say how good you are, that's called social proof. Now, the best way to gain credibility is to be confident. The best way to be confident is to have proof. So, how do you get those? Well, testimonials. Research shows that 72% of customers say positive reviews and testimonials make them trust the business more. And 88% of consumers trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations. Sharing positive customer feedback on social media will help you build that trust with your social audience. What I've seen is that most sleep consultants collect these testimonials from the pro bono clients or the first couple of paying clients. They collect these testimonials, they create a beautiful Instagram post around it, and then drop it on their feed, where it disappears in a matter of seconds. Now imagine an exhausted parent, or maybe you don't even have to imagine it and you're currently dealing with sleep deprivation. But what would you do, or what would this exhausted parent do to get some help? I mean, did you scroll on social media to find a sleep consultant? Most likely not. Any other ideas? Right, Google. But I hear you think, how are they ever going to find me on Google? I'm just starting out. Well, ultimately, the goal would be to be on the first page of Google, but this is playing the long term game. What we're talking about today is quick wins for your credibility. So, one of the things you can do is set up your Google business profile. You might have seen something like this. Your Google business profile is like an online store. So when tired parents are desperately searching for a sleep consultant like you, they go to Google and they type in, like you see in the example, sleep consultant Amsterdam. And that's exactly where you want to be. You want to show up like you see here in this example. So if you list your business, you will show up in their researches. And it makes it easier for those parents to find and reach out to you. It's kind of like having a 24/7 marketing tool that works for you. The cool thing? It is totally free. So you can easily start setting it up today, and I would highly recommend that. Type in Google Business Profile and you see get listed on Google. Now, the basic would be to create a Google Business Profile, fill in your contact details, and that's it. I want to challenge you to take it another level and add pictures. I know a lot of people don't do that, but this is such a good way to come across credible. So add some pictures. Try not to add stock photos. See if you can get some pictures of yourself or of your own children. Or but stock photos, photos that everybody can use, is a little bit cheap. You understand what I mean? Now I want to challenge you to take this even another level. Not only add pictures, but also add reviews. You can easily request reviews by the link that you get from the Google Business profile and send this to the parents. So instead of getting reviews or testimonials sent by your on your phone or by email that you have the screenshot of it, why not let them drop that on your Google Business profile immediately, which is way much more powerful. Now, I've created a course for no, not for free. I've created a course to how to set up your Google Business profile as a sleep consultant. I currently charge $79 for it, but if you're watching this and you have interest in this course, send me a DM on Instagram and I'll send it to you. Now, if you want to take it one step further, I can highly recommend to add some Q&A questions. So the most common asked questions, you can use ChatGPT for that. I have a course on my website, it's free, that explains how to use ChatGPT, and it can help you create questions that parents would ask, and this can help you remove all the objections before they reach out to you. So, good thing to start today with your Google Business profile. Third is first impressions do matter a lot. There are two different types of first impressions. There are people who are unaware of the problem or the need and they come across your solution. And there are people who are aware of the problem and they're looking for the solution. Now, the last group is the easiest, of course. So if you go from Google, the Google Business profile, and then they end up on your website. Now, don't take this lightly. 75% of users judge a business credibility based on the design of your website. So, having a professional looking website can really help improve your business reputation and attract more customers. I mean, imagine two shops. One is messy and one is tidied up. Now, that shirt in the cheaper shop and the shirt in the messy shop is cheaper. But that same shirt in the nice shop is a bit more expensive. But wouldn't that be worth it? I mean, wouldn't it be worth to pay a little bit extra? This is again, it's perceived value. It's perceived better service because it's tidy up. People know what they're doing. This is the same what we want to create for your website. So let me share some valuable tips and mistakes that I see over and over as a graphic designer that I don't want you to do. Now, the first thing is first impression. And the first impression on your website is the exhausted parent arriving on your website and figuring out, is this the place that I need to be? Is this for me? What I see a lot of times happening is that people start with, welcome to my website. I am this and I can do this and I have done this. Well, this is not what parents are looking for. They first want to know, is this for me? Am I in the right place? So make sure that on your website you start first by addressing your value statement. What is it that that you're doing? What is it that you're standing for? Instead of talking about yourself, let them know that they're in the right place. Then next is give value. We talked about this. So create a lead magnet. Give, 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 give. A complete solution to a small problem. That is the whole idea of giving value. So on your website, make sure there is a lead magnet. Make sure there is a section with blogs or free materials or stuff to download. Give, 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 give. Very important. This builds trust. Now, next, oh, please keep everything up to date. I mean, I so regularly come across websites and it says sign up for the course. Sign up closes November 2022. And I'm like, oh no. And make sure that the testimonials are up to date. Make sure that the date in the footer, the year in the footer is correct. It's those small details that can give a parent, a client, potential client, the idea: is this somebody who takes her business serious, or did she created this a couple of years ago and now thinks that everything is going to be right. They want to feel that you're serious about this. So keep making sure that everything is up to date. Now, next, you copy, of course, write content that matches your ideal client, but also your call to action needs to be there. How often do I come on a website that I scroll through it and I'm like, okay, what do they want me to do? Sign up for a free discovery call, which I don't think is the right name. Better call it sleep assessment call. I mean, who wants to discover? Everybody is tired and everybody has no time. So be mindful of the wording you're using. But what do I need to do? Do you want them to download something? So you collect their email address and then you reach out to them. What is the action that you want them to take? We have a lazy mind. We need to be told what we need to do. So make sure to do that. Then optimize for SEO. You want to be found, right? Make sure to use the right keywords. Now, I'm not going to dive deep into this. There are a lot of stuff online about SEO and a lot of specialists working on this, but make sure it's optimized for SEO. And that brings me to the last point, responsive design. Make sure your website is mobile friendly. On average research, they say it's 60% of the users are using their mobile phone to go on their website. Well, my own analytics, because I keep track of it, says that 72% of my traffic is coming from mobile phone. So you cannot skip this one. Make sure that it is responsive. Now, in summary, this is what you want to aim for: demonstrating professionalism and creating as much value as possible in the very first experience your target users have with your business. Next, the experience is key. 6 years ago, I married the love of my life. And there was only one day, that very hot summer, that it rained. And that was on our wedding day. Nevertheless, it was one of the best days of my life. And as our guests kept themselves dry under their umbrellas, I kicked off my shoes and strolled barefoot down the grassy hill. I felt so me. Now, I'd love to share a picture, but on top of the rain, our photographer hadn't adapted her settings for the rainy weather, and so all our pictures are blurry. That aside, the thing is, the focus of my husband and I has always been on what comes after the wedding, not just the big day itself. Now, let's talk business because it's exactly the same. It's not about having a pretty logo or a fancy website, it's the whole package. It's an experience. Your brand, your business is like your brand is like the anchor for your sleep consulting business. It explains what you stand for, what you offer, and who you offer that to. So, a well crafted brand helps with consistency, recognition, trust, and loyalty. It's not just the visuals, it's a person's gut feeling about your services. So, before you dive into buying all sorts of fancy tools and systems and platforms, remember what makes a solid marriage, makes also a solid business: the foundation. Branding should be your starting point. It's what shapes how you talk about your business and it lays the groundwork for your marketing plan. Now, imagine an author writing half of the book about Rosa, a blonde 18-year-old girl, and then halfway the book, you turn the page, and Rosa is suddenly 24 years old and has brown hair. Only a subtle difference, right? But you would feel confused, maybe even fooled. Would you keep reading? Probably not. Now, exactly that is what I see happening a lot of times. People having a gorgeous Instagram account, but then you click on the website and you see a half crafted something. Or the other way around. You find the website on Google, then you go on their Instagram, and it's a complete different look. Remember, I told you, trust is about what you show. So, what you want to do is to create a continuous experience from click to close. From your social media to your website, from your ebook to your sleep plan, everything. Now, a very simplified solution. This hurts my designer heart a little bit when I say this because branding is so much more, but you can do this. Pick two colors, two fonts, two elements, and stick with them. This is a way to create a very easy way to create a continuous experience for your ideal client. Now, the next step, the last step, 5, be customer focused. As a sleep consultant myself, I know that getting clients is key to succeeding in your business. But if you focus on sales instead of customers, you won't be in it for long. My thoughts are, and I've always been like that if you treat the client like gold, then they will continue to buy from you and other sales will follow. And if they have nothing to buy from you anymore, they will refer. Create clients with referrals. It's the easiest marketing and the cheapest. Not only are the clients coming to you, you don't have to sell anymore. Nothing scales faster than word of mouth. So I treat every client as if they were my final client. And every client I'm thinking, how can I make it so good that they buy more or they start referring me without me ever asking? So I have a question for you. Think about your current package that you're planning to offer. What are you planning to charge? Write it down. Is it $300? $500? $900? Or maybe it's euros? Write it down. Now, what if I raised your package price to $10,000? How would you make it worth it? Write things down. What would you do to justify this amount of price for your package? Would you fly to your client? Would you provide in home support? Would you provide more calls? Would you redo your sleep plan and make it way much more extensive? Would you buy and send welcome and closing gifts? Or maybe you send every year until the child is 10 years old a birthday gift. Now, you don't need to start charging $10,000. Well, obviously, you can if you increase the value. My point is that we have done this the wrong way. What we've been doing is okay, this is what I have to offer, then see what others out there are doing it, and then gonna go for this price. But what if you first think of the price you want to earn and then create value that matches the price? And you make it so worth it that it's a no brainer. This way, you stop competing on price and you start competing on value. That's such a better game to play. So, which of all these things that you just wrote down can you do right now? How can you make it so good that people will refer you? Remember, make sure you under promise, you don't tell all the things that you're going to give, and you over deliver. And don't just deliver, delight. And those testimonials and referrals, they will roll in. Now, I have a little bonus for you, and that is the following. Share something people cannot go against. I know when you're just starting out as a sleep consultant, I don't know if that's for you the case, but for me it was, you're feeling a little bit insecure about just dropping big fat claims and sharing all your knowledge, and you need to build some confidence. And you still want to show up professionally as an expert. So instead of saying things like, how to sleep train your 8-month old, what if you would say, how I sleep trained my 8-month old daughter? Or you can say, how 3 of my clients were successful with this method. Do you feel the difference? So you share things that people cannot go against. And this is really helping you to build credibility, show up professionally as an expert, and in the meantime, building your confidence. Now, I'm going to do a quick recap. So, we talked about give value first in a lead magnet or in a private message, serve, 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 serve. To be honest, I've never sold anything. I give, I give, I give, I give, I help, I help, I help. And then at one moment, people are coming to me. Hey, do you think you could help me with? Hey, I saw your program. I went on your website and I saw that you offer this. Do you think? And it works. It works like a charm. Now, the next was build social proof. Get those testimonials from your free clients, from your pro bono clients, from your paid clients, and put them where people actually can find them. Not only on your social media, not only on your website, but on your Google business profile. Make sure that people write it down there. From there, you can take them and put them in on your Instagram account. Now, next was first impressions matter. So build that professional website. If you don't have the skills for it, there are a lot of people like me out there who can help you with that. But you got the key concepts of what a professional website looks like. Next, consistency is key. Um, Create an experience. And an experience is like from click to close. What is this cohesive experience you can offer? And it's all about like, oh no, actually, the basics, very basic. And like I said, it hurts my designer heart a bit because it's more than that. But just pick two colors, two fonts, two elements, and work with that. And you'll see you create this consistency, this experience for those tired parents. And then the last one, be customer focused instead of sales focused. Make everything you do so good that they cannot ignore you. Yay! My favorite part of the workshop, questions. If you have any questions, please send me a message on hello at sleepconsultantdesign.com or drop me a message on Instagram, sleepconsultant.design. I'm here to help. Questions can be about what we talked about today in the workshop, or about branding, about design, operational setup of your business, or anything else. Maybe you would like to know a bit more about me. Don't hesitate to reach out. I love to connect with other sleep consultants. And thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'm wishing you an amazing day. Bye.